Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Menifee in California for the final evening. It turns out my stay has not been extended, so I now need to go find somewhere to go tomorrow. No pressure. It's not a problem. It'll all work out. It's all good. So, how was your winning Wednesday? Did you have a great day? What did you think of those success tips from Richard Branson? I know the article is like 3 years old or something, but it's still very, very relevant even in today's times as well. So I absolutely loved reading through that list. It just inspired me. It inspired me. Excuse me, I got the hiccups or something going on here. Then I came across a really cool quote which says, "Winners are not those who fail, but those who never quit." Oh, that's really cool. That actually fitted in with one of the tips that Richard Branson came in. I couldn't find out who said that though. So this has been a very busy day. I have no idea where the day has gone, and then I look and see it's the 16th of the month and I'm like, where the hell did the month go? But I did get to do some cool stuff today. So one of the things I got to do is I got to catch up with a friend of mine who is a coach, a business coach, and she has this really cool challenge coming up for 30 days of stress reduction. And so in talking with her, I suddenly thought, she would fit in well on a Serenity Sunday. So keep tuned, because we are going to see if we can hook our schedules up and get her on a Serenity Sunday to talk about some ways that you can relax, calm down, if you just have one day, if you have a week, different daily techniques you can do to help reduce your stress. So we're going to get her on, and you'll hear more about her. You'll hear more about her reducing stress 30-day challenge, which she has coming up. It's going to be awesome. So we got to talk about that. We got to do this great catch-up thing. So we haven't seen each other, oh God, probably in about a couple of years. Yeah, because I don't think I've seen her since I got the RV. So it's probably been a couple of years since I last saw her. So that was a lot of fun catching up. So keep tuned. We may have a guest on Sunday. We will let you know once everything is arranged, what's happening and everything else. So stay tuned for that information. The other thing I had to do today is I was also talking with potential clients to take them on as a consulting client for their marketing business, for their marketing for their business. Yeah, marketing consulting for their business. Hey. Brain's a little fried, can you tell? It's been a very long day. Also had my accountability call, which was a great call with my accountability coach. I love talking with my accountability. Some of the little one-liner phrases that she comes up with are hilarious. So I'm sort of like, I wish there was a way to capture them so we could have a book of her sayings or something. I don't know. It would be really funny to read that. Also got to apply for some freelance work as well. And one of the things I noticed is that one of them had this 3 pages of, these are the scenarios, this is the scenario, and then you've got to put what's your response to that scenario. This is the scenario, here's their question, what's your response? Well, obviously they want to make sure that people go to their website and actually research the questions in the form and get the answers from their website. So I have some challenges with their website, and I've taken notes on areas where it is a great website, has a lot of great information in that, but when you're asking people to answer questions based on scenarios, they need to be able to find the answer on your website. And if you don't make it easy for them to find, how are they supposed to answer the questions? For example, one of the questions is regarding a fee. Well, you don't find out if there is a fee or not until you book. And I'm like, well, okay, so why on the booking form is that option not shown so that you can say, yes, I have that option, so when they go to the next page, all the fees are listed, because there is no place to put that particular option in there, so they don't know that. So now you have to go do your booking, then contact them, and then you find out that yeah, they've got a fee on there, but maybe more than you want to pay, so you want to move to another property, so now you've got to go through the whole rebooking process again, or move somewhere else, or go somewhere else. And it was a very interesting exercise to go through. So I actually, like I said, 3 pages of scenarios. Each scenario is about 4 or 5 lines, and then you write your answer in there, and you've got to upload the document into their online submission form before you can apply to do the freelance work for them. So it's a very interesting. So now I've gone through and I've found all the ones that were actually on the website and all the ones that required you to book. It's sort of like, all right, I'm putting these questions over here. I'm going to contact their help desk. There's ways around things. So it's going to be very interesting to see, because it's taking time away then from their clients to answer my questions that I should be able to find on their website. And I do deep dives into websites. So I'm looking for like I'm going along there, I'm clicking in various places where maybe you shouldn't be able to click to see if there's some hidden portal or something. Some of them you actually have, some of the information you can't get unless you are a client and you've got to go into the client portal, but you can't go into the client portal without your access code from your booking. So it's sort of like, but I can't get that answer to that question unless I'm a client. It's very strange, to say the least. It is a very interesting exercise to go through, a little frustrating at times, but you know what? I'm learning an awful lot about the company through the whole process, because I'm like going in there and reading every word, looking for possible clues to where my answers may be. Probably taking a little more time than I should, but hey, it's a great gig. It's an awesome gig. I get to help with client experiences. Who wouldn't want that? My thing is all about looking after the clients, looking after the customers. That's always been my business. Doesn't matter what business I'm in, what trade I'm in, what profession I'm in, there's always been that customer service element, which I absolutely love, interacting with customers and clients and doing my best to make sure that they have an incredible experience with whatever company I'm working with, and then putting them into that follow-up funnels and all of that sort of stuff where I make sure I keep in contact with them and everything else. Have I been fully successful at that? No. There are times that I do fall down. I am human after all. There's been circumstances where things have got dropped, but you get back into the groove. So we're working on getting back into the groove. But yes, it's a very interesting exercise to go through, filling out a questionnaire based on answers that you find on their website, when some of the answers you can't find unless you're inside their guest portal. Thought that was an interesting. So there's got to be another way to find this. So Google is my friend. That's all I'm gonna say. Google is my friend. We'll see what we can find on Google about that, and take it from there and see. Because what is interesting is that the option that they want me to, where they're asking, is this a fee or is it something that's complimentary? At some point, depending on where you are at in their process, as to whether or not it is, what package you are getting, as to whether or not it is included or it is not included. So this option is based on the package. Yes, based on the it's included. Based on other packages, it's not included. There is a fee, and the fee will alter. So when I go to other websites to see if I can find the information, they turn around and say that option, because there are other websites you can go to find out more information about certain packages, and they don't have that option at all. They say it's not available. And I'm sort of like, their main site says it is. These third-party sites say it's not. So that is another interesting tidbit that I am finding along the way. It's sort of like, well, I'm taking the main website because it's their information. That needs to be... So it's a very, like I said, a very interesting, it's a little frustrating at times, but it's also, but the cool part about all of this, even though it is a little frustrating, the cool part about this is it is testing my research skills. And I kind of often wonder, and it's like the very first question on the sheet, so I often wonder, with their screening process, how many people actually fully complete the form, even attempt to complete the form, submit the bid for the freelance work without the form, submit it with a form that's incomplete, take a stab at some answers, actually find out the answers. So I'm kind of curious to see. I know they're using it. I know that they're using this as a screening process. So it's sort of like, how badly do I want this? But you don't, unless you put it out there, you don't get a shot. So we'll keep you posted on that one. It's a very interesting thing. So that's basically it from me. It's just been a day. It's just sort of like gone. It's been a very interesting day because I started the day off doing those morning exercises which help you set the intention of the day on your energy levels, on things that you want to accomplish that day, things you want to attract that day. So it's very good at helping you plan your day out mindset wise as to what your own personal expectations are for the day, what you want to get accomplished, what you want your energy, setting your energy levels for the day, that sort of thing. I haven't needed to take a nap, although I'm kind of starting to feel a little burnt out, and my next call is in an hour. So I'm sort of like, maybe I'll go take a power nap. But then I've got to have dinner between now and then too, because after that call, I get on a Zoom with my mum and dad. So I get to talk to my mum and dad tonight. So I'm super excited about that because we text each other backwards and forwards every day. But it's always nice to get on a Zoom with them when you can't see them be in person with them physically. But which I would rather be. But for now, we've got Zoom. So we're going to get on camera tonight. Probably have some great conversations, catch up a lot, talk about all the stuff we can't put into text messages and emails and that sort of thing. And yeah, it's going to be a great night tonight. It's going to be awesome. Great way to finish the evening, talking with my mum and dad. And Zeffie she's actually been pretty quiet today. Although there's been a couple of times, and I've been thankful for having the noise cancelling headphones on, where she's just gone, because with all the smoke outside, we have not been able to do our long walks each morning and each evening because the smoke is bad, that we just go out. We're doing less than half a mile twice a day, which is not very far at all. We usually do at least a mile. The circuit around the entire camp is 1.5 miles in length. So we try to do that twice a day, but we haven't been able to because of the smoke in the air. So she's taking her exercise form in the running up and down the RV. In fact, I was on my VIP mastery call today, and thank goodness we were not doing interviews today, because usually we do practice interviews. She just suddenly decided that, oh, here's a ball, let's play. And so she's tossing the ball around the RV, leaping on it, pouncing on it, picking it up, running like crazy with it. She would toss it at one end, run to the other end of the RV, then race back and like slam into the ball and go sliding along the carpet and the vine. I mean, she was providing great entertainment. I'm trying to concentrate on what's going on the screen, and I'm catching all of this out of the corner of my eye thinking, oh, jeepers. So she has kept me highly entertained today. She's wonderful for that. And where is she now? Oh, she's in her crate. She's just put her head up to look at me like, what you looking at? But I'm trying Jedi mind tricks on her. I don't know if you saw the posting, but when I'm eating, I sit here and eat, and she'll come and sit right here next to me, and she puts her head in like about here, and then as I bring the food, you do it left-handed, so as I bring the food up, her nose is right here sniffing, and I go, this is not the food for you. And she kind of like looks at me and puts her nose back again. And sometimes I will turn, after I've finished whatever's in my mouth, I'll turn to her and she'll be sniffing around my mouth. So I open my mouth and go on her, and she'll sit there and go and just lick around her face like, that tastes, can I have some? And I'm so like, this is not the food for you. So telling her with the Jedi mind tricks that this is not the food for you is not working. But I have fun with her anyway. And then sometimes she'll kind of get in a little huff and she'll jump off and she'll go and eat the food that's in her bowl. But that's usually in the morning or in the evening, not at lunchtime. Lunchtime she gets in a huff and she'll go off somewhere, go look out the window or something. So in fact, oh my gosh, talking about looking out the window. So just before I got on this, I actually had a knock on my door, and I thought, well, maybe it's the ranger coming to give me my paperwork to stay the extra week, because I hadn't heard from them. And no, it was some lady going, because on the front of your RVs in this park, they tape a piece of paper that states what day you're leaving. And so they've got our leave date is tomorrow. So this woman came up and knocked, and they have a very small section that are 50 amp power compared to the rest of the campground, which is at 30 amps. And when you're in an RV like mine, which runs on 50 amps, it means you can run both ACs at the same time. You're basically on full power, and you very rarely blow your circuit. If you're on 30 amps, you cannot have both ACs running at the same time. So you've got to be careful about your amperage at that time. So you can't run both. And when you're in 100-degree temperature or high 90s, and you're having to run only one AC out of two, that can be tough. It can be a little on the warm side. So anyway, I got this knock at the door earlier just before I got on here, and we announced it, and it was one lady wanting to know if I was actually leaving tomorrow. I said, well, I'm actually waiting to hear from the rangers to see if I get to stay longer. And she's like, oh, okay. She says, well, if you were to leave tomorrow, around what time would you be leaving? And I said, mid to late morning. And she's like, oh, okay. And obviously they're going around the 50 amp sites to see, and maybe it's a better location than what she has right now, because some locations are pretty crappy. Like they're next to trash cans or a construction area, because they've got one of the utility blocks which has laundry, showers and restroom in it over the far side of the campground is completely surrounded by construction things. They've gutted the entire thing, and they're redoing all the showers, the toilets, redoing the laundry area in there. So they've actually lost a laundry, and in this laundry park they have 3 laundry facilities. None are over this side of the park where I am. They're all over the far side of the park. So there's actually only 2 working right now. So that would make the laundry very busy right now. So I'm kind of glad I am leaving tomorrow, because if I can get into the campground that I don't really want to go to, but I'm going to have to go there anyway, down the road from there is a laundromat which has really great rates and all of that, and I still have my little laundry card for that one. So we may be swinging by there tomorrow morning, so we might get up earlier tomorrow morning, leave early, to go to that laundromat, get the laundry done, and then go up and check in at the campground. We may also go via the other mail place as well. So I've got a plan for tomorrow. I just have to see if I can get in anywhere, and that is the trick, because I'm not sure what's going on as to why all the campgrounds are booking out this weekend. It's not Labor weekend. That was last weekend. No, the weekend before. That was 2 weeks ago. Jeepers. Where's the time gone? Anyway, I'm out of here. I got stuff I got to go and do before I get on my call. I got to go find somewhere to stay tomorrow night, and get ready for my call. Then my call with my parents. Some have dinner in there sometime, and then sometime between the call I've got to be on in an hour and talking with my parents, I've got to take Zeffie for a quick walk as well. So have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we will catch you tomorrow, either from here or somewhere else. I don't know if we will have time to do the live in the morning before we leave, or if we will do it from somewhere on the road. But where I have to go is only 40 minutes down the road, 40 or 50 minutes down the road. So have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Hei konera.